Soar is Scalable Operations and Advanced Remote Technologies. It is a smart grant stage 2, which evolved from Aero, which is one of Alaska DOT's initial projects, and our partner Caltrans. Really what Soar is doing is continuing to build out UAS-based inspection technologies and deployment across not only the remote areas of Alaska, but congested areas in California. The data integration and the future of these workflows, we want to make sure that industry is building the correct software and demonstrating the effectiveness of this end-to-end workflow.
Our drone docking stations, as we're envisioning them, is systems that we can place out there to augment our inspection workforce. It's a drone in the box that lives out on a site. Caltrans right now has roughly 1,200 active projects for a contract value of about $14 billion. How do we do a better job of ensuring contract compliance, making sure that the roads and the bridges are being built the way they need to be built, helping with the contract administration phase. We're paying out anywhere from $100 to $300 million a month out to our contractors. That's a function Caltrans does internally, that our staff of roughly 3,000 field staff go out there, they field measure, field verify all this. The workforce issue is real. We only have about X amount of people that can do X amount of work. Being able to do that off-grid, and really why we're looking at solar, battery banks, Starlink. And then if we did have an emergency situation, let's say we have a 9.0 earthquake in San Diego. Hey, our system is still online, everything is still working. Now we can convert directly that system from being a construction inspection system to now a disaster response system. So the big one is quantities. The old-fashioned way of doing quantities was literally a guy going out there with a measuring wheel or a rag tape and physically pulling measurements, physically writing that stuff down. Started to transition some of that stuff into like high accuracy GNSS, for example, where somebody can go out there and take shots, and then we can create digital surface models and do those quantities in that manner. But even then, that's still very inefficient. A person still has to physically go wander around on an active job site. That could mean being exposed to vehicles, to heavy equipment. Why do that when I can have a drone that can do that completely safely, and the operator of the drone can be 100 miles away in a central command system somewhere? The data is being automated, it's being pushed up to the cloud, we can do all the insights, pull all the information we need to out of it. The human didn't have to be involved in that, so I think safety is another key factor here.
Continue to kind of learn as we grow with emergency responses, and it seems like Alaska sees its fair share of these emergencies just because of the geological nature. Really what we're seeing is this tie-in between what is FEMA survey, a window survey, where somebody with a clipboard would go up and start documenting items. And what we're finding is that data can now be captured digitally. It can be done, and that video and those annotations can be automatically dropped into a Survey 123 form. Our response collection categories, we're removing the human element out of these disaster zones, and the speed at which we are capturing this information. We are starting to collect a lot of data. We're also doing far more than we've ever done before, and so now we can capture everything.
Everybody wants to do digital delivery, but a big component of that is the reality capture of what's actually getting built. Is yes, I've got a great 3D model of a bridge that's under there that we're supposed to build. What actually got built? That's where these types of tools are being employed there as part of that BIM process to ensure contract compliance, to ensure quality.